It's that I came to collect.
Hello, ma.
Hi, good evening, good afternoon, Victor. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
I just hope it's not me and you that will do this class today.
I hope so too.
Okay. But just try to remind your colleague.
I'm doing that now. I'm doing that now.
Yes, we can see us. Okay, so, guys, so,
Hi Wilson. Good afternoon. So, Victor, it's just both of you on this call. It is your decision right now, not mine. I usually give 10 minutes for people to join. And this is 12 minutes already. Should I extend the wait time, or I proceed with the class for just both of you? Honestly, no, please.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, you've not been
Uh,
here.
I was not hearing you. I think it was my network. I just checked.
So,
It was my network.
so like they
Can you hear me?
wanted to be very
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I muted it. Can you hear me now? I've been speaking. Oh
Yes, I
Lord.
can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. So I was saying that, I usually give a 10 minutes wait time for every class. And this is 3:14. It's just both of you here. Should I add extra 10 minutes wait time or proceed with both of you?
Okay, I think we can wait a little. I've sent a reminder just now. I sent a reminder just like 3 minutes ago, or 4 minutes ago.
Okay.
So maybe you can wait a little. I mean, but then if you want to carry on immediately, it's fine.
Let's just give like extra. This is 3:14. 3:20 we will start. So I will give like room for other people to also join.
Okay.
Okay, I think we can just start so that I can also proceed with my own day too. I've tried. Good afternoon, everybody. As Wilson, Victor, and Deborah, thank you so much for joining today's class. On Sunday, I was not able to finish up with the class, so I had to reschedule like another day, which is today, to finish up this class. So we know that what we are doing tomorrow, which is our main class day, will be strictly what we are supposed to do. So we spoke about product-led growth. Sorry, hold on, please.
Wow, and then as I did for class though. Hi, when you walk on the floor, I went on. Yeah, I get asked. This one goes 60 cents. Oh. I did come up with a you will agree with your job. Holy fucking shit. I'm so sorry, please. I needed to attend to that. Okay. So last week we discussed about products led growth, to also talk about how product managers collaborate with customer support team, sales team, and marketing. We're also able to discuss the differences between all of these things, especially marketers and sales team, right? So still on the product strategy and go-to-market strategy, right? We will also be talking about the types of growth loops in digital products. So if you've seen, sorry, please let me do. I'm sorry. So we will be talking about types of growth loops in digital products. So I'm sure all of these existing products we use today, you can see that they know how to get their customers so quick, so fast, right? It's because they understand the growth loops of digital products. So types of growth loops, we have one, user generated content loops. So the first one is user generated content loop. So what happens at UGC is that users are going to create content, and then this content will attract new users, and then new users will engage and create more content, and then the cycle repeats itself, which is user creates content, So um the likes of Instagram and TikTok, they use this very well, right? I can create a content today, and if a new user might just sign up on, let's say, TikTok, and the content I made, it's sort of like maybe the person has interest in it, and let's say the algorithm push it to that user, that's new users. The new If the user like the content I made, the user can comment and engage on that post. That way, my content has entertained another person, keeping the person on that platform. So TikTok and Instagram understand how uses this user generated content for, to create and share via videos, bringing in more users. Today, we've seen people that are going to even share posts. Some people are going to make a content on TikTok, and then somebody on Instagram will post it. And then a user that is not on TikTok, but let's say the user wants to see the comment section, based on that TikTok post that that person made and shared on his Instagram, that person will now go to TikTok. For you to go to TikTok, you have to create an account. So what's happening? You've been able to bring a new user to engage with the content. Um, Quora and Reddit also do this. So users will post questions and answer, making the platform richer. Yeah, because somebody can just post a question and then anybody can answer. It can be new users, it can be existing users. Anybody can really answer your question, right? And then Canva too does the same thing. Um, Existing users are already designing their designs, and then they are sharing them. So if a new user come, a new user does not have to start designing from the beginning. A new user can just use the existing users templates, and then their main goal, which is to make everybody design, is accomplished. So how do we even implement this UGC in our product? How do we even get to implement it? So the first way to implement it is by encouraging your users to share. So that's why we have things like sorry. Yeah, that's why we have things like your Piggyverse now, your Instagram, they're telling you share your account. That's your maybe referrals. For Instagram now, you can see that you can share a link to that post. So if you want a user generated content, then people should be able to share things. And then you can offer rewards or recognitions. Instagram, TikTok, they use badge. That's a recognition. Things like Duolingo, they will offer you rewards maybe when you reach particular stage. That way, because if Duolingo give me badge now and say, oh, you are the best person in, let's just say cohort 5 that is learning French, yeah, the overall best student, I can share it. And the fact that I share it, people can come and tell me congratulations on that post that I share. Maybe they will not have to go to Duolingo to put the congratulation there. We've even seen it where people even post their graduation pictures on their WhatsApp stories. And let's say they made this post on Instagram. You want to type congratulations. I know you can tell me congratulations on my WhatsApp, but some people will click on that picture they saw on the WhatsApp status, and then it directs them to Instagram, and then that Instagram is like my post, and then you can say congratulations there. So you can see all of these will actually help in implementing a user generated content. Another thing is via referral loops. So existing users invite new users, and then the new users join. Some of them will invite others, and the cycle will continue. I'm sure all of us understand what um viral viral referral basically means. You get paid, you that invites the person have certain percentage, and the invited person also get a certain percentage. So Dropbox gave free storage for both referrer and referee, right? PayPal paid users $10 for inviting new customers. If I see any platform that will tell me that invite somebody and collect $10, all of you in this Dive Africa, we invite all of you. All of you would join. All of you would join that platform. You can see, and then Uber will offer you free rides to both referrers and referee, right? You just need to understand your product very well and what is the most valuable moment for your users and then give it to them. So, how do you implement it? All you just have to do for this referrer is to offer incentives. So, it could be cash rewards, discounts, or even premium features, right? And then make sharing easy. Your sharing should not be hidden or it should not be difficult, right? You can also gamify the process, let people see progress of bar or exclusive rewards for top referrers, right? And then the next thing you want to do is the network effect loop. The network effect loop is another type of growth loop. So what happens here is new users will join. When they join, the platform becomes more valuable and then more users join. The more the users are on the platform, the more it becomes more valuable. So, an example of network effect loop is LinkedIn and Facebook. So, what happens here is more users, more connection, more engagement, more value. That's the thing. The more you get users, the more you be getting engagement, the more you be getting connection, the more you be getting value. If I have 10,000 followers, my engagement would be more compared to when I have 2,000 followers. So you can see how important your network loop is. The more your users join, the platform will become more valuable. The more users join, the platform becomes more valuable. Even Instagram does it. I think Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, this social media, they understand how to grow the products very well. They use all of these things. WhatsApp now, more friends on the platform, more people use it. It is harder to leave. Exactly. If you have plenty friends, like plenty numbers on WhatsApp today, you'll be so addicted to your WhatsApp. In as much as people are always saying that, oh, what did I do on WhatsApp? It's a lie. If you have plenty friends that are always sending you message, they're giving you the gist, they're giving you the tea, WhatsApp will be your favorite social media platform. But if your friends are just five, you would even forget that WhatsApp exists. You would only just check maybe once in a day. So you can see the more the users, the more the platform will become very, very, very valuable. Hope I'm not speaking to myself.
No, 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 no.
Okay. And then another one is paid acquisition and virality loop. Okay, now how do we implement? Okay, let me give. Okay, how do we implement? Airbnb is another example, another product that use this network effect loop. But how do we even implement this in the first place? You first need to improve your user experience as the network grow. WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn, they did all of this. They focused on their user experience. How can we make this better for our users? What will make us get more users? They were all looking into all of these things. They were not ignoring it. When users were saying, oh, I want to be able to call my friend, because WhatsApp started with just chat. There was no call feature, there was no voice notes, there was no video call. All of these things were not existing. But because somebody just said, I want to call my friend. They were listening to their users. And the fact they were listening to their users, they were able to improve the user experience as more users come into the product. So another thing you want to do if you want to implement the network effect loop is enable easy connection. So suggest friends and smart recommendations, right? And then create exclusivity between your between the users. So Clubhouse invites only strategy. So another one is the paid acquisition plus virality loop. So you can match this one together. You pay ads to attract users, and then some users will refer others, and then new users refer more, and then the ads will amplify the viral effect. So examples of this is the Facebook ads we see and the Instagram ads we see. So when a user see an ad, what happen? They sign up. When they sign up, they invite their friends and then they get addicted to the products. Snapchat today. Why I joined was because I saw somebody took a picture and that picture was so fine. Like I liked the effect on the person's face. I think it was even a Snapchat ad. And I liked it. I'm like, okay, I want this. Then I signed up. Now, my friends, we're not even using WhatsApp again. We're using Snapchat. And now everybody's just so addicted to Snapchat. So it's an art that they paid that actually attracted me. I got attracted to. Duolingo also do the same thing. So they will use ads to bring in new learner. You see how big Instagram, TikTok, and the likes are. WhatsApp. They still run ads. I hope you know that. And that's how I was even telling somebody the other day. I said, Davido you see or the whiskey you see today, for those their music, they still run ads. They still run ads for their music because it's going to attract one particular type of user. Let's even shift from software product. Let's use like real people now. If the video sings a new song and then he runs ads on it, some people would attract. It's going to attract some certain people. Those people that got attracted to it now, they start to play that song in their house. The person's neighbor that has not seen the ads will hear the song, and then the neighbor now is playing the song. Now the neighbor is playing the song. Let's say the neighbor went to his family house. He's playing that song there, and his brother listened to it. And then that's how the whole viral effect is happening. Everybody is listening to the song, but the ads just pop up for just one person. But because it pop up to just that one person, the one person is able to make it go viral between other people. So Duolingo use ads to bring in new learner, but viral effects from daily streaks and competition drive organic growth. So how do you implement this? You need to run ads on your channel where users are most engaged, not just any kind of platform. You need to do it in the place that users are most engaged. I don't think you will see I don't know, but I don't think you will see an Instagram ads on YouTube. I'm not sure. I'm just saying, I don't think you will see it. And then, whatever your platform is, you need to optimize for virality. Like, make sure that you are encouraged sharing. Users, you encourage sharing. People can invite other people too. And then we invest revenue from users into ads to scale faster. If you want to grow your products quickly, then you really need to do ads. So another one is the software as a service premium loop. So this one, users try to use a free version, some convert to pay, and then those ones that convert to pay revenue funds more product improvements and marketing. So more users try, and then the cycle repeats. So let me give you an instance now. When ChatGPT came out, when I first knew ChatGPT, that was maybe 2023, 23 or 20, I think 2023, 2025, I cannot remember. But when I knew ChatGPT, I tell myself that me and my CEO then will you will always tell me, with the kind of result he's getting with ChatGPT, he don't think he can ever pay for their premium version. And then me to be like, yes, I don't think I can pay. Why would I pay when I'm already getting all the value that I need here? Right? Not until now it's me that is using my money. No, it's not even organization money. I'm using like my own money to pay for ChatGPT because I have seen so much value in that thing that the free version is not giving me, or I can get it from the paid. So what happened? I used the free version over some time, and then because of how valuable it is, and then I still want more of that value, but I cannot get it. I had no choice but to pay. The same thing for Lovable. I was like, I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be using my 5 credits every day. But it got to a point I just told myself that no, this thing it's giving me so much value. I need more to do. It has a lot that I can do with it. Why would I not just pay for the subscription? So you can see that this free version, no matter how you enjoy free things, if you've really gotten so much value from something, over time you start thinking of paying. You start thinking of paying, and then one day you just pay. So it's from when you pay this money now that the the money they've gotten from you they would use to do their product improvement and marketing. If people are not paying for your products, then there's no way an organization would even want to improve their products or even do more marketing because they need to pay to do all of those things too as well. So an example of this will be Zoom. So free users spread product adoption leading to enterprise upgrade. Yeah, this Google Meet you are using now, you guys don't pay for it, but Dive Africa is paying for it. Who is spreading the adoption? It's not that, it's not the company, it is the users. Because the users that want to join a meeting. But if plenty users want to join, then the enterprise will have to pay. Canva too, free template drive virality. So power users will upgrade to pro, right? And then Slack, free users bring companies in, leading to enterprise purchase. The Slack you're using today, Dive Africa is also paying for it. It is not free. It is not free as well. You have to pay for it. So, because Dive Africa needs to put everybody in one place, which is you, the users. So, putting you in one place now requires Dive Africa to pay for it. So, how do you implement this? You give away enough value for free to hook users. That's exactly what ChatGPT did to me. Like there was so much value that I got so hooked to the product. Like right now, I don't think I can use any AI product. I know people tell you there's cloud, there's Gemini. Honestly, let me just use my ChatGPT like that. I cannot even imagine living right now because they've given me so much value, and I like the fact that we do those conversational, like the response from ChatGPT is giving me like a conversational kind of response. I think I tried Perplexity and one other one like that. Just the tune and DeepSeek, just the tune I was getting. I was not feeling it. So I just went back to my ChatGPT. So you need to be able to for you to do the whole software as a service premium loop, you need to be able to give so much value to hook your users and then show clear upgrade benefits. Like let them know what are the better things they will get. For me now, when I wanted to upgrade for ChatGPT, I saw things like um longer longer memory, right? Because there's a particular chat that I have like a very long chat to ChatGPT, and then from the responses over time, it looks like it's beginning to forget how we started the conversation. That's one thing and then I have to like keep reminding it. But with this paint, even the very first beginning, it's remembering it. Like it's not mixing up answers for me, right? So that's why whenever you go to all of this, maybe you want to pay for something, they're always telling you, oh, $25 will give you this, $50 will give you this, maybe $100 will give it. So you are seeing what each paid subscription, the value that each of them comes with, and then use in product launch. So sorry, I'm using ChatGPT, but I just have to use ChatGPT again. So when you want to upload pictures, if you're using free version, you are only entitled to upload 3 pictures in a day. Once you have uploaded that 3 pictures, they'll not tell you that, oh, you have access to upload pictures again. Till after this certain time, they'll tell you the time you can upload. That's you have to wait till that time or upgrade. So you can see that they are nudging you to upgrade, right? So growth strategies for digital products. What are the viral growth? How can we make our product go viral? So there's something called built-in virality. So the product-led growth. So the product itself encourage sharing or inviting. So this is how it works. Calendly, Calendly now, for instance, you users will send scheduling links, exposing new people to Calendly, right? Notion workspace are shared. So if you share your Notion workspace, if anybody wants to join your Notion workspace and this person is not using it, and if this person is not using Notion, then the person has no choice but to join Notion, like sign up on Notion. The same thing with Google Doc. Users collaborate leading to a wild spread of adoption. So when I was doing my project, everybody was using Microsoft Word for their documentation. Me, I'm so used to Google Workspace that I use Google Doc for all of my documentations. And then when I was sending these things to my supervisor was like, which one is this one again that I are using? I'm like, oh, so that's what I use. Oh. And then when he used it, he was like, he likes it. Oh, this, that. I should come and teach him how I do. You know how these old men do things now. And I'm like, oh, nothing difficult. You already have a Gmail, so automatically you have a Google Doc. And now my supervisor is using Google Doc. He said he liked the fact that he can just sign up on any of his laptop and then the resources it's there. I think they said it's how the cloud something. I don't know how they speak the grammar, but basically like a cloud where if I access another person's laptop and I put in my Gmail, I can still get that information there. I don't have to be looking for my laptop to to for my MS Word or something. So how do you implement this built-in virality? It's very related to product-led growth. You need to make collaboration very seamless. You need to add sharing buttons. You need to show user activities in real time, like Figma live collaboration, right? And then you need to another way you can do viral growth strategy is you need to incentivize your virality. So what happens here is users share because they get something in return. So Tesla referral program, you have free supercharging miles for referrals. So if you refer somebody, you are getting a supercharging miles, right? So for Robinhood, it gave free stock for each referral. Um Revolut paid users $10 per referral. That's the same thing PayPal too did, right? So how do you implement this? You need to provide a tangible incentive. Don't if you know the money is too small, people will not even look at it. If you are doing referral and you're telling people that will give you 100 naira, they will not even answer you. They'll be like, which one is 100 naira? So you need the incentive has to be very tangible, and then you need to show them that their referral progress and then their leaderboard, right? Another thing you want to do is to make the reward exclusive or real-time sensitive to increase urgencies. So what another one we can do to do our viral growth, another point is social and content virality. So people share because content is funny, emotional, or valuable, right? So the likes of TikTok, Twitter, and Duolingo. So Duolingo is known for a memeing driven growth on social media. TikTok is known for short viral videos, and then Twitter is known for engaging and shareable tweets. So people will share because content is funny, emotional. So just allow people to be able to share stuffs on their social from your products, right? So how do you implement this? You need to create a viral friendly content format. Piggyverse today, they know how to do that thing where they just that their cartoon kind of video. The videos are very funny and they like so they use that kind of content. And we Me, I used to share it sometimes because it's even funny, or we post it, right? And you can also add a social proof. So this is through user generated content, as people are going to generate content for you. That's why some people use influencers, right? And then testimonials about the product, and then make sharing part of the user's experience. Let user know that it is not just to use the product. Sharing and publicizing us to the world is also part of your user experience in this product. So, another one is gamification for virality. So people share because they compete or get status reward. So Duolingo now, your streak rewards, and then you have leaderboard ranking. Of course, we want to be at the top. One reason why people are always going to Duolingo is because they don't want to lose their streaks. Imagine having 100 streaks, and then because you did not join class for 2 days, then you lose all your 100 days of hard work. It's very painful now. And let's say you have 130 days to complete the class, you're going to stay there consistently, right? For you to be able to get your rewards. So how do you even implement this gamification for virality? Right? You need to add leaderboards and social challenge. Another thing you want to do is to reward users for hitting milestones. Another thing you want to do is to use your progress tracking, and you want to use progress tracking and streaks. So how do you even set all of these up? Now we've spoken about how people can go viral, how we can increase the products, how we can get people to use the product, how we can make help our products go viral. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're selling something, I beg you, before you even join that software company, start implementing all these things in your products. These are things you can even put in your portfolio because you're going to follow all of this process. Pick one that you can use for your product. I beg you, because these are really, really valuable and you can make sales from it. Okay. Um, so now we've really spoken about how this whole viral strategy even works, right? And then the growth loops. But how do we even set it up for our products? Right? We've understand how people can go viral with their software product. How do you now set it up? So firstly, you need to identify a loop that fits your products. According to all of these things that I've read, it's not everything that will work well with your products that you're working on, or if you're an entrepreneur, what you're selling. It's not all of these things that will fit in. Look for the one that fits your product. Is your product social? Then, if your product is social, then use network effects. If it is shareable, then you will use user generated content. So, let me see. Trying to think of something. So let's say you sell clothes. I don't want to use software as a service so that we can all relate to this thing properly. So let's say you sell clothes. You can do something like your customers, anybody that buy clothes from you, and then they make a content with that clothes. And let's say that content they were able to make, they're able to get one more users to come back to purchase your clothes, then you're going to give that person, let's say 50% discount or 40% discount or 30% discount. Now you're not the one generating the content. You are allowing your customers generate the content for you. You will do your part, yes, you will generate content, but allow your users to also generate content for you. It's going to make it go viral more than when you do it yourself, because your users have their own target audience that you don't even know or have. Then ask yourself, can it be gamified? Can you use strict leaderboards and rewards? Right. Another thing you want to do is to remove frictions for sharing and referrals. So you need to another way to set up this growth and viral loop is to remove everything that will hinder you from sharing, or that will hinder users from sharing and referring. So make it easy for people to invite others. And then you can also use a personalized code. That's why when you share some links, they'll tell you, oh, my name is, when you're sharing it to your friend now, the text there will be, oh, my name is Victor. I'm using boats for my everyday ride and it makes my life easy. Use my referral code to let's say enjoy 40% discount and start enjoying a smooth ride. Something like that. You can see that that's a personalized referral. You as the user, you're not the one writing all those things. It's the product, the organ and bots that automatically vote up that text for you. And then you need to track and optimize for variety. So you need to virality. So you need to measure your viral coefficient, right? So you need to know if people are coming or not. These invited users, are they even converting? You need to even know. You're inviting people to come to your product. Let's say you invite 1,000 people and it's only 2 out of 1,000 that convert. You can see that there's a problem. So you need to also be able to track and then optimize things such that these invited people are converting as well. So run experiments. So you need to run experiments to see if it is working. Run experiments and iterate things. So let's say just test different things, right? Test different insensitive UI placements and messages. Just test different things to know which one really works for your users, and then improve the activation rate. How fast users get value. Don't make it slow. Don't make it 24 hours. If a user invites somebody now and the person they invited has signed up, give them their rewards immediately. Don't take it so far, right? And then double down on channels where organic referrals are highest. Don't go to channels where organic referrals are not even the highest there, right? So now we understand how to get users, how to go viral, how we can sell, how to take your product to the market, how to collaborate with sales, marketing, and customer success team. You can see that a lot is coming in. You're having a lot of data. You need to improve that user experience. You need data to make informed decision. You will not, so that you will not be the one that will be giving opinions. You want to give decision based on data, because that is what a real and a good product manager does. A good product manager do not give decision based on what they feel or think. They give decision based on existing data. So now that we know all of these things, let's now dive into data decision making. But before I do that, let me quickly ask any question before we proceed to driven decision making so far from what we've learned. If no questions, please just react to that emoji or tell me your key takeaway, right, from this. So you are seeing how all this Instagram and TikTok, they are making money on our head because they understand how to make things go viral. Yeah, questions, key takeaway. What people are even listening to me? Are not using me to watch movie. Hello, Wilson. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry, I'm actually listening. I believe the other people are also listening. Well, the key takeaway for me is, most times when you look at some of this stuff you have online, take a platform like Facebook, for example. For the average user, almost everything on Facebook is actually free. And just like you explained, that's a strategy for Facebook to use to attract people to sign up on Facebook, have Facebook as their social media platform. And with that audience they get, Facebook have been able to build a lot of products or a lot of features that business people are actually looking for. Talk about advertising, talk about e-commerce and all of this. So, it's almost as if we are enjoying Facebook, and, we can chat, we can make calls, we can do a whole lot of things, save pictures and all of that. But um, behind the scene, there is a whole lot of conscious product development and business going on. So that's actually, for you to have been able to draw that insight, is actually quite informative.
Thank you very much.
Uh,
Thank you. So I can proceed, right? Just react to an emoji to be sure we're all on the same page. Okay. So data-driven decision making. So I don't need to start explaining what a data-driven decision making is. Basically, what's data? Data is information that you get from people. That's maybe like feedback, or maybe they report an issue. Any set of information that people give to you, it's data. I'm not talking about your data that you used to load your recharge card. Oh, no, please. What do we even call that in data? Sef? What's the meaning, eh? But yeah, so the driven decision making here is whatever decision we are making, it is based on those information that users give to us. So we have some certain key product metrics for growth. Now we've spoken about a lot of how to go far, how to make your product grow, how to grow viral, and the likes. But there are some certain key metrics you need to consider if you want to grow your products, right? Um, so these key product metrics, they are measurable indicators that will help a product manager track growth, user engagement, retention, and overall product success. So these metrics will provide a data-driven insight into how well a product is performing and where improvements are needed. So, in as much as we want to get users to come and use our product, we want to go viral, we also need to look into these things they are doing. We need to see if this all of the growth loops I listed, we need to see if it is even working in the first place. We need to see if it is even bringing users in the first place. We need to see if it is keeping our users, or users are just coming to use our product and in the next 3 days they are leaving. We want to use it to check the overall product success. And one thing about data is if something is not doing well, you can still fix it. That is the truth. If something is not working, you don't need to be scared. As far as you have data, you can fix it. So, what are the essential product growth metrics? The first one is customer acquisition cost. So, what's the total cost of acquiring a new customer? So, this cost is going to include the marketing, the sales, the onboarding expenses, everything. You need to calculate it, right? You need to calculate how you get one customer. That's why whenever you run ads, you need to be able to calculate this. You run ads of 50,000 naira. How many after for let's say you run ads of 50,000 naira for let me not give you that example because it's even below here, so that I don't have to repeat myself. So basically, how do you calculate this? It is basically the total sales and marketing expenses divided by the numbers of new customer acquired. That is how you calculate it. I'm sorry if you don't like maths. You see some small maths you'll be doing in product management. Just small, not calculus level and further maths level. So example of your customer acquisition cost is if a software as a service company spends $50,000 on adverts and sales efforts in a month, and then from that advert and that's $50,000 they paid for the advert and the sales effort, they were now able to get 500 customers in 1 month. It's going to be $50,000 divided by the numbers of your new customers acquire. So that means this software company spent $100 per customer. That's each customer cost $100. So acquire that customer, it costs $100. So why do you even want to know the customer acquisition cost? Why is it very important to know it? If a high customer acquisition cost can indicate inefficiency in marketing, while a low customer acquisition cost means cost-effective growth. Remember, I told you marketing and sales, they are two different things from our last class. So if you are spending so much on to acquire a customer, so let's say, for example, this example above now, let's say it costs $1,000 to get one customer. Consider that it's very expensive. That means it is saying that your marketing team, remember I told you your marketing team basically what they're supposed to do for you is to create awareness about that product. If we're looking at it from like the traditional standpoint, I don't want to go to software because most software organizations these days they merge sales and marketing team together. But if we're talking about traditional standpoints now, like Coca-Cola, their sales and marketing teams are two different people. So if they're spending $1,000 per customer, that means it is obvious that the marketers are not creating enough awareness to bring people to come and buy the products. That is why it's very important to calculate your CAC. You need to know if it is low or high, if your marketing is working. So how do you even optimize your CAC? The first thing you want to do is to improve a ad targeting a better qualified leads. Whenever you are running your ads, don't just push ads to anyhow people. Make sure that you're targeting your ads to your target audience, your main target audience that will buy the product. If you're into real estate today and you're selling house of let's say 500 million, you will not target your ads to people like me, or you will not even target your ads to people between the age range of 25 to 30. They will not buy. If they buy, maybe it's 2 or 3 that will buy. If you're looking for customers that will buy 500 million house, then you need to target people, maybe people that are like 40, 50, 45. These are people that the ones that they start making a lot of huge money. And it's not even just the age range. You also need to define some certain things. They are staying in Banana Island. You will not go and be targeting your ad to somebody that's staying in Ikorodu or I don't know. I'm not familiar with these Lagos places, but or Egbeda. You will not go and target your ads there. You will need to strategically do these things, target your ads to people that will buy it, right? And then you need to leverage organic growth strategy. Right, you need to leverage organic growth strategy. So this what I mean here, it is referrals. People are referring your product. Another thing is SEO. That's search engine optimization. So when people search about things relating to your product, let's say real estate, for instance, your product should be able to rank high, even if they're not searching for your product though, but because of the search for something relating to real estate, your product should be able to be visible there. And then streamline all the onboarding to reduce sales friction. Like let's say software products now. If you want to sell something inside your app, then signing up should not be difficult. People should not be signing up and then OTP is not coming through. It is frustrating and then people can just leave, right? So you need to streamline your onboarding to reduce sales friction. Another way you can, another key essential growth metrics is customer lifetime value, right? Some people call it lifetime value, some people call it customer lifetime value. So what this means is the total revenue a customer is expected to generate during their relationship with a company. So it is not all about I want a customer. No, it is not all about that. You need to be able to define for every customer that comes, how much are they expected to spend in on your products? The duration of time before they leave. So the formula is the average revenue per user, the customer lifespan, and then the gross margin. So let me give you an example here. If an average customer spends $20 per month on a software as a service product, stays for 24 months, and the company gross margin is 80%. That means the customer lifetime value is $384. So what it means here is if you get a customer now, let's say you got a new customer in January, you need to be able to define the duration of time that person will stay on your product, and then the amount that each person should be able to spend between that your defined duration of time at a particular gross margin. That's your company gross margin. You define that, right? So that way, if so you know that when your customer is coming now, you're not just saying this one will buy. Once a new customer comes to your product now, the mindset is from this person in the next 24 months, I am getting 1 million naira from this person. So imagine you have that kind of mindset for every new user that comes to your product, that I'm getting 1 million naira from this person within 24 months. Do you know that the effort you will make to get that 1 million naira from that person will be different from the effort you will make when you do not even define your customer lifetime value? Because if you have already defined that, okay, you're getting 1 million naira from this person in the next 24 months, I'm sure you'll be doing some ads to get the person to repurchase. I'm sure you'll be reaching out to the person when the person is not communicating. I'm sure you'll be giving that person discounts to come back to your products. You see that the effort you'll be making is plenty because you know that you need 1 million naira in the next 24 months. Unlike when somebody just buy and then you just let the person go. And I think that's what a lot of our small business entrepreneurs don't understand. They just think it's a new customer. And that's why maybe, I don't know, maybe that's why they misbehave or speak to customers rudely. When you've come to understand that for each customer, each person that buy your products, you have defined their lifetime value, you will not even want to act rudely to that kind of person. You would want to make sure that that person is always satisfied, because you need 1 million naira from that person in the next 24 months. How that 1 million naira will happen, it is now left for you. It is left for the customer, but for you, you will collect 1 million naira. Because if the person did not buy all the clothes at once, the person should be able to buy at least once in a month. So what does this even matter? So your lifetime value is significantly higher than CAC. The business is profitable. Yeah. If the money you are getting from each customer is very high from the
the cost you used to acquire the customer. That means your business is profitable. You can see that this one, we said it was $100 we used to get this particular customer. If this customer lifetime value is now $384 after 24 months, you're able to make $284 from that customer, which is very, very profitable because now you have removed your acquisition costs. I don't know if people are getting this calculation. Does it make sense? Can you guys hear me? Hello? Okay. But can you see my screen? Okay. It went blank over time. Okay. So you can see. So why is it? How can we even okay the business if your customer lifetime value is lesser than the customer acquisition cost? That means the business is losing money. So if you're acquiring a customer at, let's say, $400, and you're now customer lifetime value is now 384, I see that there's a problem. So how do you improve your customer lifetime value? One thing, if you want to increase your customer lifetime value, increase customer retention by improving the user experience. Do you get? I just said this. You would want to do things to keep on retaining that users. And how do you even retain a customer? You will continue to improve their user experience. You will not speak to them rudely. You'll give them discounts. You'll send monthly messages to them. That is why all these products, they will send you monthly message in the every month, and they'll be doing all these things so that they look like they care about you. It's a lie. They've set a particular target on your head. So upsell and cross-sell additional products or features. Jumias and the likes do it. When you go to your chat, you reach your chat, or under your chat, you can still see products you may like. Again, what's happening? They are cross-selling and upselling to you because they want you to reach their targets. And then offer a personalized pricing plan based on customer needs. And that's why I gave instance of somebody that if you're selling clothes now, and let's say this person has not gotten clothes in, like, every month, the person is supposed to buy clothes. The second month, this person has not buy. But you don't even have to wait the second month. That month has finished, the person did not buy. Oh, we missed you so much. Hope all is well. Not really like this, but in a professional way, you can just like, oh, we miss you. We have, because you did not buy, maybe the second month the person did not, no, first month you can just say, oh, we miss you. We have new stocks arrival, this, that. You give them that info. And then second month, they do not buy again. The next thing you want to do is to tell them that special discounts await you when you buy. Can you see? Can you see how you're like dragging these users to come and patronize you? So another one is churn rates. Right? The percentage of customers who stop using the product within a given period of time. So the customer loss during the period divided by the total customer at the start of the period. So basically what happens here is if a customer starts the month with 1,000 customers and loses 50 customers, you want to calculate the churn rates, right? Which is the customer loss during the period, which is 50, and then the total customer at that period, which is 1,000. So you will know that you lost 5,000 users. So why is churn rate metrics important? The high churn means the product isn't delivering enough value or users aren't satisfied. And then a low churn means users are satisfied with your product. So how do you reduce churn? You need to improve your customer support and engagement. Yeah, customer support and engagement. Make sure you have a system that when people reach out to you, you are available to answer. And then identify churn reason, write surveys, and take actions, right? If people are not using your products, you don't leave them like that and let them go. Go and reach out to them, send them a survey. Why are you not using our product? What is wrong?
Send them a survey, and then you can offer incentive for long-time commitment, right? That's why we have discounts for annual subscription. All of these things is, if there's a high churn, you want to improve it, then give those people a annual subscription discount. There's more aside from this annual subscription. There's other ways you can bring back people. So, what is your net promoter score? A customer loyalty metrics that measure how likely users are to recommend your product to others. So, NPS is equals to percentage promoters minus percentage detractors. So, promoters are within the range of 9 to 10. So these are people that love your product and refer your products. That's why whenever you use some app, they'll tell you how likely are you to promote how likely are you to recommend our product to a friend. What they are doing here is, it is an NPS that's doing. They want to know if people will tell other people about their products. Passive is between 7 to 8, and detractors are between 0 to 6. Right. So here's an example. If 50% of customers are promoters, 30% are passive, and 20% are detractors, then your net promoter score is 30. So why is this even important? Why does an NPS matter? So if you have an high NPS, it means strong word of mouth growth. While if you have a low NPS, it indicates problem with product experience. Imagine once you are even having anything like minus as your NPS, even if it's minus, even if it's minus, let's say 1%, 1% self is low. But once you are able seeing minus in your NPS, there's war. There's even a problem once you're seeing minus in your NPS. Right. So how do you improve it? You need to collect feedback and fix major pain points from users. Another thing you need to do is to recommend promoters with referrals incentive. Tell people to promote your products, and then when they do, give them gifts, right, for promoting your product, and then provide excellent customer support and experience. Another product metrics for growth is retention rates. So the percentage of customers who continue to use your products over time. So your retention rate to be customers at end of a period minus the new customers, divided by customers at the start of a period times 100. So this is the calculation. If a customer starts with 1,000 users, if a company starts with 1,000 users and acquire 200 new users and ends the month with 1,050 users, the retention rate will be customer at the end of the period is what? 1,050 users. At the start of the month, the company starts with 1,000 users. Let's say what am I saying? Okay, at the end of the month, yeah. So let's say at the end of the month they get 1,050 users, right? And then the new customers they were now able to go. You can actually see all of these things from your mix panel or your Google Analytics. You can see the numbers of users that are coming in. So let's say your new users are now 200, and then customers that you used to start the month of February. That's why you need to have all of these data keep to know how many customers did you use, how many customers did you have on your platform in February. That way you can know your retention rate. So high retention is equal to a strong market fit product, while a low retention means users are not finding enough value. So how do you improve your retentions? You need to personalize user onboarding to help users see value fast. You need to use push notification, emails, or in-app messages to re-engage users. Just imagine you have a product and they are not receiving notification. All of us will forget that your product is existing, right? So one way to retain users is by using the push notification, and then continuously improve product features based on user feedback. If people tell you this is what they want, make sure that you deliver it for them. Not everything, because sometimes users don't even know what they want. But it's very important is when you collect series of surveys, then you would be able to iterate on what your
users want. And then the final key takeaway here is for product manager is you need to track your CAC and your customer lifetime value to ensure sustainability and profitability. Another thing you want to do is to monitor churns and retention to reduce user drop off. Another thing you want to do here is NPS to measure customer loyalty and then drive referrals. So what are the tools you can use to track all of these analytics, this whole data thing that I've been talking about? How will you even know that you even got 1,000 users in a month? How would you know that you got 200 users, new users this month? So as a product manager, tracking product performance is very crucial to understand users' behavior, engagement, retentions, and overall product success. So below are 3 essential tools for you to analyze users' interaction, product adoptions, and business performance. So the first one is Google Analytics. So what Google Analytics does is a web analytical tool that helps track website traffic, user behaviors, and then the conversions. It provides a detailed insight into how visitors or your users interact with your site or your product. That's your software product. So what it is used for is you can use it for user demographics and traffic source. So you can see where your users are coming from. Let's say you run an ad now on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You can use your Google Analytics to see where users are coming in from the most. If they're coming from Instagram more, you will see all of these things. And then you will know that there's no one spending money on Twitter when users are coming in from Instagram. So you now be able to focus your ads attention on Instagram, right? You can also use it for user behavior to track how they view your page, the numbers of time they stay on a particular screen, that session duration, and then the bounce rate, the numbers of time they do not perform a particular action. Like Jumia, and if you want to buy things now, if you do not buy that item and you say you want, like you took everything to cart and you did not buy it, Jumia analytical team, they can see why you did not buy it. When I say why you did not buy it, they can see like the steps you took before you now drop off and said you did not buy it. If everybody is doing the same step that you took, they will know that there is a problem and then they would want to fix it. So let's say you now, why you drop off was because you are clicking pay and then it is not working. You press it, and it's not working, and then you just left it. So because the analytical team could see that pay button is not working, or pay, let's say you click pay and pay is directing you to the home page, you do everything again, you come back to pay. You see, it's very frustrating. So they can also do these things and then they will be able to fix it. So Google Analytics can help do all of that. And then conversion tracking, so they can see how well user completes desired action, maybe sign up, purchase, or download. Yes, I told you they can see how well. Let's say you want to book a ride now on Bolt. The Bolt analytical team, they can see how you are able to complete the flow, like from booking a ride, finding a driver to completing it. They can see all of those things. So you can track all of those things on Google Analytics. And then we have real-time reporting. So monitor live user activity on the platform, right? A software as a service can use Google Analytics to track sign-up conversion rates, see which landing page perform best, and optimize the onboarding flow. Another one we have is Amplitude. So Amplitude is an advanced product analytical product design for platform designed for tracking user behavior and engagement within web and mobile. So what this one focused on is just an event-based analytics and help team improve product retention and growth. What it is used for: user segmentation. So it's going to help you identify different user groups based on behavioral patterns. And then funnel analysis. You're going to track where users are dropping off. Let's say you're on your onboarding now. People are supposed to do 5 steps, and then at the third step, everybody is dropping. You can tell that something is wrong at that third step, and then you can redesign the flow. And then we have quad analysis. Understand how long users stay engaged over time. And then future adoption, to measure which features are used most and which are ignored.
So an example of Amplitude will be a mobile app company can use Amplitude to analyze the user journeys and find out why users drop off after onboarding and optimize the experience to improve retention. Another one is Mixpanel, right? All of these tools, the way they've all advanced, all these things that Amplitude is doing, Mixpanel is also doing the same thing. And then Google Analytics. It just depends on the one your company is using or the one you want to use. For me, I am more conversant with um Mixpanel, right? So Mixpanel is an analytical tools that focus on real-time event tracking and user engagement insights. It allows team to analyze and predict user actions to drive product decisions. It's still basically the same thing. So what do I want to say? I don't have to start reading what it is used for because it's the same thing that Google Amplitude does, that Mixpanel does, and then Google Analytics. I'm trying to catch up time. I said 4, but I started my class 3:20, so I've exhausted my time. But I'm sure you start thinking, how do I need to know? How do I need to know how to use this? So honestly, because we don't have a real software product here, it will not really be, we cannot practice these things, right? We cannot practice it. For you to use all these products, you need to have a functional product that people are using. Like, you have users already. I'm not talking about dummy projects. If you're going to use dummy projects, then you need to go and get users that will be using the products. Like, you need to gather users to use it. Do you get? So, what I would advise for you to do is, I'm sure maybe if you have not started working in the product management line, when you start working in the product management line, I'm sure your organization will definitely pick one of these, right? So once they pick it, how do you learn? You learn by going to watch YouTube video. That's the exact way I learned how to use Mixpanel. My cohort did not teach me how to use Mixpanel because even if they teach me, I cannot still really understand, because Mixpanel is something that it is when you practice it every day, because you are going there every day to see data, you're seeing people. Because today you're seeing 500 users, next tomorrow you're seeing 5,000 users. It's seeing like, so you'll be seeing more users and then you can use the product effectively. But once there are no users, you will not be able to use Mixpanel. You'll just be looking at the interface. So once you start working on any software product in an organization, when it is time to use all of these tools, just go to YouTube. Like, go to Mixpanel page or Google Analytics page on YouTube. They have a detailed video explaining what every section does. So A/B testing and experimentation for product managers. I'm sure we've heard A/B testing. So basically, A/B testing is just where 2 or more version or product or vision or future or web page are tested against each other. You want to know if A is performing better than B. You just want to know, basically, layman term, you want to know which is performing better and which one people like. That is A/B testing in like a layman term, right? So why do we even do A/B testing as a product manager? It helps product managers validate assumptions before rolling out major product changes by using a data-driven decision making instead of relying on our opinion, right? So Netflix we use today, they use A/B testing, right, to simplify things, because sometimes users will not give you feedback. Maybe your team just decided to do something fantabulous, but based on whatever they give, you don't want to put it in one way. You want to see which one perform best, because you people don't know which one to pick. Then you just roll it out to see which one users actually prefer. So how do you even conduct A/B testing in product management? Firstly, you need to identify the hypothesis and the goal. You need to know the goal here. Why are we even doing the A/B testing? What is the hypothesis here? You need to first know that. Before running an A/B test, clearly define, what do you want to improve? Do you want to improve the sign up? Do you want to improve the future engagement or the click-through rate? What assumptions are you testing? Are you testing that if you add a progress bar to an onboarding, it will increase the completion
rates by 20% or what? Okay, Kingsley, please go ahead.
Sorry, my mic was muted. I can't see your screen. Okay, I think it's coming up now. It's just flickering.
Okay. So what's an example of this hypothesis we're saying that product managers are to identify if they are conducting an A/B testing? So hypothesis examples could be maybe you want to change your call to action button color from green to blue. So let's say the hypothesis is if you change your call to action button color from green to blue, it will increase the click-through rate. That means it will increase the rate at which people click on it by 10%. Let's say that is your assumption. So if people are now going to have two, let's say you're on your website, one website, but the call to action button, let's say the sign up call to action button will now be different. The buttons, one we have green and one we have blue, and then you give it to people to use. So you will now see, you look into your data. The one that has green will now tell you that okay, oh, users actually want green, they don't want blue. Because people that, let's say the one on blue, business people might not click it because they do not see it, because it is not visible, they don't know. All of those kind of instance you get. Some people even use text, as simple as a text heading of your website, to do A/B testing. They want to know which heading will convert better. Another examples of goals to identify is improve conversion rate on the landing page. So another way a product manager can do A/B testing is to test the variables, select variables to test. Only change one element at a time to ensure accurate results. Some people, when they want to do A/B testing, they'll be changing plenty things. I tell people that you're not supposed to change plenty things. Just pick one thing. Is it the UI element you want to change? Is it the features you want to change? Let's say your onboarding. Do you want to change the feature there? Do you want to change your pricing model? Maybe you want to put a different pricing structure to see which leads to higher revenue or marketing copy. But don't change. Let's say you want to do all of these things at the same time. Don't do everything at once. It is very wrong. Just pick one and focus on it and then just do it. So, for example, if testing a sign-up page, only change the call to action button text, which is start free trial or get started now, and keep everything else the same on your website. So group A people on the A group, they will see start free trial, and people on the B group, the call to action button there will be get started now. So you want to see which of these call to action button is bringing in more users. If people that click on start free trial, people that sign up on that website that use start free trial, let's say there are 1,000 people that sign up on this start free trial, and then on get started button you're seeing just 500, then you can tell that people want start free trial over get started button, and then you will just generalize and merge everything to be get free trial. Do you get? Another thing a product manager do to conduct how to conduct A/B testing as a product manager is to split your audience randomly, right? So A will be control group and B will be test group. So A will be seeing the existing version, and then the B will be, they will see the modified version, which is the new things that you have just done. So ensure that the sample size is large enough for statistical efficiency. So for example, if you have 10,000 users, you must show version A to only 5,000 and version B to 5,000. Don't split 8,000. Don't put 8,000 user for version A and keep 2,000 users for version B. That's not A/B testing. But everything's supposed to be 50-50, right? So another way to conduct
A/B testing as a product manager is to track your key metrics. So you would use like the analytical tools we have spoke about to measure your results, right? You want to know what is the results that you got from them. And then another thing is once you have tracked your results, you need to analyze your results. After the test, compare version A with version B. If version B performed better, then consider rolling out the change. If version A performs better, then we evaluate the hypothesis and test again. Remember we said we said if it is the existing version, version A is the existing version, and let's say, but that version A is not, something is wrong. Let's say users are not retaining or you're still not getting result or something. Then and that's get started trial is what people are still picking and it falls in that same version A. Then you can now reevaluate your hypothesis and say, okay, well, it is not call to action that is making people not use the product or not do a particular thing. Maybe it is the heading. That's where you can now reevaluate your hypothesis and test again. So use statistical significance, 95% for confidence to ensure results are reliable. Okay. So if changing the CTA button from, for example, if we still want to analyze these results now, if changing the CTA button from green to blue is going to increase sign up by 18%, you can confidently implement the change for all your users, right? And then the results are reliable. So experimentation beyond A/B testings are, so why A/B testing is very powerful, there are other experimental methods. You can use multivariate testing. So what this one do is you test multiple variable at once, more colors, page, copies, and the like. So the website, two of them are going to be different entirely. Unlike A/B testing, where you're picking one variable, this one you pick multiple variables. And then another experimentation beyond A/B testing is future flagging. So release features to a small percentage of users before full launch. Instagram, WhatsApp do this a lot. Before you will see that feature that WhatsApp has done, they will have given it to people in US or Asia or whatever country. They have done that thing, they've tested it before they push it to us. Because we now fall into a high range. The same thing for most software products. They don't just release products at once to user. They just give it to a small segment of users, allow those segment of users to use, and then get feedback from them. So once they've gotten feedback from them, let's say only people in Lagos now be using a particular feature. Once people in Lagos have given us feedback, then we'll now push it to everybody in Nigeria. Right, and then we have something called beta testing. Release new feature to limited group before public rollout. iPhone, now I keep getting notification that my iOS 26, I should upgrade out of my iOS 26 beta to the main iOS. You can see, so now they've gotten the feedback that they need from people. Right now they've now done something better, which is good, and then they want to release because 10 was a better version they've done. Now they have updated the beta version to the actual version, so now they want to release it they want a full public rollout, and that's why they keep reminding me that I should upgrade my apps because they have released it for it's not a public rollout, no longer a small segment of people. So yeah, create a go-to-market strategy for a product and define the key metrics and define the key metrics to track. So all that product that you guys have been working on, connect the dots now with this one. What you're expected to do is to create a go-to-market strategy for a product and then define key metrics to track success. For your capstone project, I'm sure people already know the drill now. I told Christopher already, I don't want to use that product people have been using. I want people to go and use a fresh product so that whenever you're creating your portfolio, at least you have two things to do. At least two different case studies will be on your portfolio, right? So, and you are going to start learning how to use all these AI tools that they use to create websites, because whatever tools you are using, you're going to create a a prototype that's using those tools. And when you want to even do your portfolio, you don't channel it like it's a portfolio, a capstone project. You channel it like a product that you worked on. So all these questions, keep them. These questions that you are seeing on your assignment, keep them, because you can use it to tell ChatGPT that these are the things I did, and I want to form a case study from it, or put it as an experience for me on my resume. Do you get? Okay. So it is a wrap. Thank you so much for joining today's class. I really appreciate. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. This particular go-to map, what they call it, go-to map strategy, the longest we've had.
Actually, it is very long. It is 61. Is it 61 or 51 slides?
I think it's 51. 51
Yeah.
slides.
It's long.
And I probably have to go over the recordings again.
Yep, I would advise you do. If you are selling something, I'm still saying it. Yeah, I'm doing free market consultation for you people in this place. Free marketing consultation. I beg you, people should make use of this thing, because you need to make money in that your business. So as well. And please, when you make money, bring title. Okay. So,
Thank you,
any
man.
question, please? We've spent so much time. Any question? Key takeaway from today's class? Anything?
I was going to ask one question, but I think you already answered it. So it was about A/B testing. I was going to ask how they were going to like split maybe split it and have a different group see something else, and another group see something else.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Key takeaways from today's class. Abdullahi, you came late today, but I hope you're able to get one or two things from today's class.
Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I hope you're able to get one or two things from today's class.
Not really, but I will check on YouTube.
All right, that's fine. Anything from anybody before we wrap up?
Hello, so good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
So, will there be slides available for this teaching for today?
Yeah, I sent it to Victor already last week Sunday.
Last week Sunday. Okay. It's already in that slide already.
Yeah. It was
The
just a
previous slide you
continuation
sent,
of.
okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
just a continuation.
That's all. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys. Good night. I say good night. Bye, guys, and enjoy your weekend. That's Tinubu picture where he said, "Enjoy your weekend." That's what I'm doing to you all right now. Enjoy your weekend.